So let's talk about the fact that Amanda Platel, yes, the same Amanda Platel, has written another column attacking the other brother. This is the second one in 4 days from the Daily Mail. The publication has spent years protecting him. So let me read you what he wrote. He said, selfish blah is in trouble. The chickens are coming home to roost with grave consequences. Selfish, that is the word that the Daily Mail is using to describe the future king. Platel says the other brother couldn't resist the urge to make it all about himself at the BAFTAs. When asked about Hamnet, he said he had not watched it because he needed to be in a calm state and he was not at the moment, which meant predictably that all the next day's headlines were about the other brother's pain, shamefully and self-indulgently overshadowing the staggering success of that movie at the awards. She said it, I didn't. Having said that, I had done a video previously about the president of BAFTA who couldn't be bothered to watch a film. As if I knew. I can predict these things, you know. All you need to do is look at the news, analyze the news, and it's as clear as day. But let's move on. Shamefully, self-indulgently, by the Daily Mail. Then Amanda drops this observation. The next day, she said, it was briefed by palace sources and not denied since that the other brother fears for his father's health as the king continues to fight cancer. It seems to me that the other brother was playing sick dad to cover his clumsy, selfish behavior on the red carpet. When Harry spoke about stories being traded, he was right. I love when we are being proved right in real time. Playing the sick dad card, using his father's cancer as a deflection. That is what Amanda Platel accused him of. And she is not done. She returns to the numbers that damn William completely. I said the name. She said that the king, aged 77 and battling cancer, carried out 533 royal engagements last year, grueling visits to Canada, Italy and Poland, and he was still undergoing treatment. The other brother, aged 43 and healthy, managed 202, many of which were 15-minute jobs. And she then asked, where was the other brother when the king needed him most to share the load of royal duties? She answers her own question. He was huddled away at his new forever home in Forest Lodge, buried deep within the Great Windsor Park in a 150-acre private fenced-off land surrounded by 24/7 security guards, huddled away while his cancer-stricken dad was working, while the institution that he will inherit crumbled around him, while his uncle was arrested 6 miles from where he was enjoying half-term. Platel calls him work shy. Let that sink in. The Daily Mail calling the future king work shy. Now, you and I know that Amanda will definitely be issuing an apology at some point in the future because they play this game where they pretend to blast him for a few minutes and then they walk it back a couple of weeks later. Oh my God, look at what he's doing now. If I had known he was so wonderful, I wouldn't have written that article. We know that's going to happen, but still. Now, this is where, for me, this is the crux of the matter. I think this is where her frustration really shows, because she asks how the other brother will square his lifestyle with Gen Z who demand accountability. She notes that his private income of around £23 million a year from the Duchy of Cornwall which is worth about $1 billion, quite frankly. So she points out that he inherited this automatically when the Queen died. There were no death duties. There were no inheritance taxes like you and I would pay, unlike everyone else, you know. He has got off tax-free, scot-free. So he's getting all this free money of about $2 million a month. So to be honest, why should he bother working? Why? You're giving him free money. And she also says that unlike his father, the other brother refuses to declare what taxes he actually pays. So again, no transparency, no accountability. And she says, I'm sorry, other brother, but your future subjects are not losing sleep worrying about your precious mental health. Yes, precious mental health, from the Daily Mail about the heir to the throne. And she issues a list of demands that she feels he's got to do. Like she's got the clout to even ask this of him, but why not? She wants him to slash some of the 500 royal employees. I don't know how I feel about that, because why should people lose their job because he's lazy? You know, why? Strip Eugenie and Beatrice of their titles. Again, I ask why. I mean, isn't that the whole point of the monarchy, right? That they grift and hustle Joe and Joanna Public. So why? You know, for me, the more the merrier. Also, she had to take away Harry and Meghan's titles. To be honest, I don't care about that. I don't think Harry and Meghan do, because guess what? Harry and Meghan, just their names alone, supersedes the monarchy by now. Everybody knows that. In fact, I urge you to strip away their titles. You know why? Because that's going to be the story of your reign. Till the day you leave that throne, it's going to be, oh my God, the king who stripped away his brother's titles. So please go ahead and do it. Because again, why not? Also, she urges that the other brother should come clean and declare the amount of tax that he pays on his millions. Even on her criticism of the other brother, this woman cannot resist attacking Harry and Meghan, because she calls them people who shamelessly profit off and tarnish the royal name. Sweetie, that would be the uncle, Prince Andrew, and the other members of his family. Have you forgotten Squidgy Gate, Tampon Gate, the Queen is a cow gate, Sophie's debts, Fergie's debts? I can go on and on. Diana, what they did to her. I mean, please, the name was already tarnished. You're trying to act like brass is now gold. It isn't. The name was already in the mud. It was tarnished. And if anything, Harry and Meghan are now looking like the wise ones for distancing themselves from that family, because they saw it coming. They knew the writing was on the wall. But the attacks on Harry and Meghan are boilerplate for her. They're automatic, they're expected, and they read to me like it's their contractual obligation, you know, in order to maintain the appearance of balance. As we attack the other brother, we've got to attack Harry and Meghan, who are actually doing the work. Yes, we know that, Amanda, so we're not impressed. But the attacks on the other brother are specific, they are detailed, and they are personal, and they read like someone who is very angry at him. And they are coming from the Daily Mail. So again, well done, Daily Mail. I know this is not going to continue for very long, but maybe you will begin to understand how angry members of the public really are. And yeah, unfortunately, many are thinking the ones who were genuinely good got away and we are left with the duds. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, please. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur. And for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me. And to support my work in holding truth to power, please buy me the biggest cup of coffee that you can at buymeacoffee.com, Elizabeth Solaru, or pick up a copy of my book, The Luxpreneur, today from Amazon, Waterstones, or Barnes & Noble.